I'm Clara.
I'm Mary.
Nice to meet you.
You too. So, I am going to be your caseworker for the next 3 months.
Okay.
I was referred to you by DFCS. Here's some paperwork we're going to go over. I'm going to go ahead and hand this to you.
Okay, thank you.
So, how are things? What's going on?
Well, as you know, DFCS came and it's really frustrating to me because they think I'm a bad mom and I'm worried that they might take my kids or that they're just going to be really in my face the whole time because I'm trying to balance out work and taking care of my kids, and when my husband's at work, then I'm taking care of the kids, but then when he's taking care of the kids, I'm at work, and we're never home at the same time. And then when I am home with my kids, I'm just so stressed and worried about work and worried about finances and making things meet and making ends meet. And so then I start snapping at my kids, and I'm impatient with them. And so I just feel like everything's slowly falling apart.
Yeah, I can tell you're frustrated.
I am frustrated.
Totally okay, totally understandable. Tell me more about you and your husband. Why do you feel that stress in your marriage right now?
Well, because we're never home at the same time, and so we're never spending any time together, and communication is really difficult. And the only time we're together is in the mornings, and we're both so tired. And then when we talk to each other, we're normally just snapping or yelling at each other. And it's just gotten really difficult, and I feel very distant, and I feel like our marriage is failing in a lot of ways.
So the two of you work completely different shifts.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Well, he works from like overnight, and I work a lot in the evenings, the afternoons to the evenings.
So you just have that little bit of time in the morning.
Yeah, and then I'm gone, and then he's gone.
Yeah, it's definitely a stressful time constraint.
Yeah, especially with 3 kids.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's definitely something we can work on. Yeah. So what's going on between you and the twins? Why are you feeling that stress between you two?
So Jose and Julio, they're just so young, and then I have Elon, who's a little baby, and so the baby needs my attention all the time. But then Jose and Julio are also really young, and so they also need my attention, and there's needs that they need to be met. But I'm trying to balance out their emotional needs with also financially helping them. And then they want to play, and they want to have my full attention all the time. But I'm trying to get other things done around the house just so that things aren't a complete disaster. And so I'm really impatient with them sometimes, and sometimes I'll yell at them, or I'll just kind of not be attentive to them. And then that they can sense my stress, and then they get stressed out, and so it's just not good all around.
So you have the 2 twins that are 4, and then you have Elon, who is 12 months now. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to start school soon? The twins?
They will, but I need help finding a daycare too.
Yeah.
And that is the whole thing because of all of the finance stuff that we're going through.
Absolutely. It's one thing I can help you with, of course. And I can definitely see why you're stressed with the kids.
Yeah.
But when I worked in South Carolina, I actually worked with a woman who was in a similar situation as you. Her and her husband were both facing financial problems, and they had 4 kids. They're all a little bit older now, but I was able to help them. We worked together for 4 months, and we were both very pleased with how things turned out. So I feel pretty confident that I'm able to help you in your situation.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better because I was worried DFCS was going to give me a social worker that just didn't understand anything that I'm going through right now because it's a lot. So
it is definitely.
So I appreciate that.
Of course. Tell me about the kids. How were things?
it's just hard to be a good mom, and I want to be a good mom to them, and I want to.
Do you think that there's anything that, do you think your kids have any strength that will be able to help you?
Well, they're really creative, and they love to go outside and to be adventurous, and they just are so happy in life. And
that's awesome.
And I would really, they make me want that more, and they make me want to live life to the fullest more. And I want to spend time with them and bond with them because of that.
Yeah. Why do you feel the family as a whole is distant?
I honestly think a lot of it is our work schedules, because we're just not together as a family, really, ever. And I feel like I'm almost an outsider in my family, and I feel like we're just all in separate directions so much, and there's just so much that always has to get done, and so managing my time has just been really, really hard, and it just seems nearly impossible to manage all of it. And so I feel like we're not even a full family all of the time.
There's definitely a lot going on. So, after we meet for 3 months, what would you like to get out of this?
Well, I would hope that somehow, and I don't know how, but that my schedule would be better, or that me and my husband would have time at home together, and that we'd be able to figure out the daycare thing, so that I could not always be stressed about making sure someone is constantly watching the kids, and then I would also want to work on myself, and on gaining some skills on how to be more patient and a better parent.
Yeah, it's something I can definitely help you with. What else are you thinking?
And I want to work on my marriage and finding skills there, so that, and a lot of that I think is communication, and so finding ways to make that better.
That's what anybody would want. That's totally understandable, and definitely a goal we can achieve. So, one works overnight, and you work kind of an evening shift, correct?
Yes.
So, we can definitely work on changing your schedule if that sounds doable. Since we have so much time, we can do kind of a trial and error.
Okay.
We can definitely work on time management, and throughout time, we can see what works and what doesn't work.
I like that idea a lot, because I've tried to rearrange my schedule, and I've tried fixing a lot of this, and I just haven't. I need help doing it, because I just haven't been able to figure out how this will work.
Something we can do that's a good goal to have. With the twins, let's see. We can definitely work on skills with them, being more patient, and not letting your work stress affect the relationship between you and the kids, if that makes sense. Because, it happens to everyone. Your work stress can definitely affect the relationship between you and your family. And that's something we can work on, definitely. And with the time schedule, do you feel like if we worked on your schedule, do you feel like that would help with the relationship as your family as a whole?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think setting those boundaries would also help me a lot, because it does carry over so much into my personal life, and then I'm just stressed all the time.
So I feel like the big root of a lot of the issues going on here is your work and the schedule y'all have right now. So definitely a big focus on our meetings will be arranging that and seeing how that works. Sound good?
That does sound good.
So we will be meeting every Tuesday at 10. Does that sound good?
I can do that, yes.
Okay. And of course, with your schedule change, I can understand that we might need to rearrange that time as well,
Yeah.
which is totally fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. There's a little bit of paperwork we can look over.
Okay.
It's just going to need 2 signatures if you want to read over it really quick,
Okay.
and then we'll figure out what we're going to meet next.
Thank you. This all looks good to me.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. And we'll meet next Tuesday at 10.
Okay, that sounds
All
great.
right. Well,
Thank you so much.
it's nice meeting you. I'll
You
see you
too.
next week.